Okay, in this lecture I'm going to demonstrate how to create a cover like this one here. Just first of all, notice a few things. Of course, the obvious first thing you notice is the word covers. It's not just a gold or shading and things or normal colors. It is actually using an image as a background. In fact, two images to create the effect, which is quite easy. But you notice it's sort of standing out embossed with a darker edge, but it's all shiny and sparkly. So I'll show you how I did that. And also that cell covers that cell. This is the main title and the subtitle over the top of it. Now, there's not many books have subtitles where it goes over the title, but it's done in such a way that you can read both. You can make out what it says, that cell, and you can also read the subtitles that's standing out, and also the shading as well. Now, the shading isn't on the word cell and then on the word that. I've actually joined the two words on the same layer and made it shading from dark to light, and I've also embossed it and created some nice shadow here to make it look really nice. There's an author name. I want you to notice that, because how many author names on books are done like that. This one's slightly different though. This is it's not just angled up like this one, although I've tried to get level with that, the top of the word, but it's level at the bottom but angled upwards at the top, and also leaning slightly to the left. It creates sort of a weird effect, 3D effect as well. So to save time, I've already created the text, and each text layer I've already turned into pixelated layers, image layers, using the layer rasterize. Just to remind you, that is here. So that turns text into pixelated layers. You can manipulate it better. And of course, you know how to type text now, I'm sure. So you just click the text tool, type in your text, and so on. The color, which I chose, is white, and I've already done the blue background for you. So first of all, let's get the covers to look like this. So to save time, I've also got the two images already from Google. I've got them from Google Images, two backgrounds. We're using those to create the effect of this word covers. So first of all, of course, we need to get covers the right size. What I'm also going to do, actually, just at the beginning here, is move covers up so that they are above these two, because it's easier to want to position these correctly when we've got the word done. Right, so first we'll edit then, free transform. I'm not going to worry about holding down the shift key, just going to make it large enough so it fits into the cover. So just make that just about there, a little bit longer perhaps, so just that bigger, so just a little bit of a minor adjustment here. We won't spend too long on it. It is for showing you how to do it rather than getting it perfect. I'm sure you will get it perfect just by zooming in and so on if you need to. Right, there we are. Just click anywhere outside there, and we have this first part ready. So now what I'm going to do is open that layer, and I'm going to move it so that, oops, didn't mean to do that. That's being rather naughty. And we didn't really want to move the text. Not to worry, I'll just unselect that again then. So it does do this sometimes, a bit tiresome, but never mind. I'll just move that down around with the move tool into position. It's being a bit awkward with the mouse. Just use my arrow keys on the keyboard to do a fine adjustment, just using my right arrow key there to move it over slightly. There we are. Okay, finally, fun and games with the computer. So this time making sure we select the correct layer, so it's my fault. I'm just going to move this up so that the letters are completely covered by this background that we want, and move it in the position that I want. So I'm going to copy that there. So once I'm in position, I can then go back to this layer, select the pixels. So select pixels, marching ants. Click back into this layer, and then I'm going to go edit, copy. You could do cut or copy, but copy, I'm just going to use that. Just get edit, deselect all, and now I'm going to hide that one, and we need to paste that as well. So I'm going to edit, paste, so we've got our gold cover there. Okay, that's this one. So now what we're going to do is open this one, not that one, sorry, this one here. That's our darker color we're using for the edges. I'm just going to again do the same thing. again making the same mistake. Clicking on the right layer this time, moving that up so that it's covering the entire word, like so. And then we're just going to do the same. So just going to sure we got the right layer here a minute. So actually it seems to have moved all the way down the page. It does do this sort of thing sometimes. It can be a bit of annoying. You just got to cope with it, I'm afraid. It's one of those things. So, and that's the one with the new text on it. So we want to, that's the original white text here. So it's going to, that's now in position, so I'm going to click on that. Once again, select pixels. Click into this layer here, edit, and copy. I'm going to deselect that so we can't see that anymore. I'm going to edit, paste, and there it is. And I'm just going to go deselect all, and then I'm going to hide this because we don't need it anymore. In fact, we're going to erase it so that we don't get confused with what layer is what. So I'm just going to erase that one. Don't worry, we can undo it here if we make a mistake. Erase layer. Right, so we know these are the two layers. So I'm going to click on the light one. I'm going to put that at the top. Now with that selected, I'm just going to simply move that into position. So the reason you might think, oh, why did we just do that in the first place? Why did we have to move the white one in position? Very true, we could have just cut it lower down, you're quite right. However, I didn't. So I'm just going to move that, that's behind there because it's the layer below this one. So just going to move that around. As you can see, it's already creating that look. I'm just going to move that one to the left a little bit so we create the effect. That's been a bit awkward. Just going to use my right arrow key to fine adjust it. And there we are, that's how we do the covers. So now we've got that done, we can start working on the other bits. So that and cell, let's just make those a bit bigger. So I'm clicking on that, free transform, just going to make that bigger, but not too big. So it's about, say, that size there. Move that into position. This to be a bit wider, so let's adjust that one. Just going to move around till we're happy. That's again just being a little bit hard with the mouse. Okay, that's that one. Just click outside, yes, to save the changes. And then now on the cell, I'm on that layer, for 3 transform, and I'm going to do the same with that. So I'm going to make it pretty much the same size if I can. This needs to be a little bit bigger. Probably that's too big. Just say that's the time it takes on creating these covers, but it's well worth it. Just have it right close to that word in hopefully the right position, and click outside, and yes. And I'm going to merge that and cell together so these are on the same level. So I'm just going to click that which is above the cell, and I'm going to merge that down into, oops, that's a mistake, and that's just tedious, isn't it? Moves things around. So try it again, merge it down. There we are. Now that's on the same one, so now we can change the shading. So I'm just going to click in here, and I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to get preset, that one. I'm going to click on there. Now if you remember, this is where it's selected. If I click there, it would show the white. There we are. You see the color here. I'm just going to click there though. There we are. I'm going to click on there, and I'm going to just click in the cover itself with the picker, and that puts the color straight in. I'm going to click OK to accept the changes. Just move the blue just slightly over a little bit so it's a little bit more blue in it. Okay, so I'm ready to go. Just click anywhere. First remember to select the pixels, and you'll see it selected both words because they're on the same level. Just click from the bottom, because remember from left to right is from where you start dragging. So it would be, if I drag down it blue to white, I want it blue from the bottom upwards. So just click from the bottom, drag, hold down my mouse, and then just let it go at the top. And there we are. That's pretty much the desired effect. Edit, deselect all. We're almost there. So now what we want to do, I want to put the shadow and emboss. So I'm already on the level. I'm just going to layer styles. I'm going to put drop shadow on that. There we are. And I'm also going to click on bevel. I'm not going to bother adjusting the settings, although you can do that, of course. It's not exactly the same as that, but you know, it's just slight different settings. I think on the shading, on the gradient tool, that's all it was. I'm just going to click OK on that. Now I'm just going to quickly go to the subtitle, which is on this layer. That's this part. And what we're going to do now is we're going to move that. So already, oh, no, we're not. We need to click on move first. Just going to move that somewhere around about the center there, and I'm going to go, oh, we need to change the color, of course. Now the easy way to change the color is use the gradient tool. So once again, I'm just going to select that. This time I'm going to click it. Now we've got the blue here. I'm just going to move that, click on it, and drag it all the way across so that it's going to be all blue. It's not actually going to create a gradient, but it's a really quick way of changing letter colors that have already been rasterized. Okay, so then we're just going to select pixels. Remember, we always have to do that when we go the gradient tool. So I'm going to drag from left to right, make sure I'm covering all the letters, and there we are. Just going to edit, deselect all, get rid of the marching ants, and then we're just going to edit, free transform. I'm just going to make that slightly bigger there, and then I'm going to click here to turn it round. There we are. Remember, it's this one, not the double-headed arrow. So it's there, and I'm just going to move it around till I'm happy. So around about there. I'm just going to move it across so it's inside the words where I'd like it to be. Looking at also the distance from the edges for each corner, if we can, slightly that way. And then I'm just going to click outside and accept the changes. Now on this one, I put a white border to make it short because it doesn't show it very well at the moment. So I'm just going to click. Now it's usually a good idea as well to keep your minimum colors down. So what I've done here, the reason I've chosen blue is because I don't want more than 3 colors. So I've got the blue, the white, and of course the gold. So that's 3 colors. I don't really want more than that. So I'm going to create a border. So I just click. So I'm already on the right layer. I'm just going to say outer glow, and click on there to change the color. Pick the white if you want white. And you see it's already showing up here. So I'm just going to adjust the hardness so it shows up really nice and clear. I'm just going to click on here to move this all around, and I think that looks pretty okay the way it is. So there we are. I'm just going to click OK to say I'm happy with it. I think we've got everything done, which is just now the author name to get this effect, which we got on this one. So I'll just remind you, there it is. And of course, we need that special effect on the background blue as well. So I'm just going to click on my name, the layer it's on. This one I'm going to use, you probably guessed it. If you haven't, it is free distort. I'm just going to simply make that a bit higher and just lean that over to the side. And I'm going to click this one and make that a bit higher still. Now what I'm looking at here is this angle, so I want it to be sort of level here with that. You don't have to do that, that's fine, but I would like to do that, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. And when I think visually it looks about right, yes, that looks fine. So I'm just going to click outside, yes to accept the changes, and there we are, and we're almost there. So now to create this effect in the background, we must select the layer we're working on. So we're clicking that. So we're now working on the blue background. None of this will be affected. I'm using a filter that I quite like actually. It's called, I believe you pronounce it Vignette or Vignetti. On here on the filter menu, I'm just going to click that, and it defaults to this setting. You can adjust that. The less it is, the less dark it is here. The more it's this way, the more the dark comes across. And so it creates a circular effect. You can change the color here, by the way, as well. Defaults to black, but I'm quite happy with black for this cover. So we click OK, and there we have it. That is how I created this cover, and how you can too.